Oh, 512.
512 radio scabs. We back. Nick Flaherty, brother. Man. Another good day, man. What's been going on over there with you? What's happening over there?
Usual day dealing with the scabs, day in and day out, Same scabs, different scheme.
Another day, another dollar. I'm gonna drop this new R&B album. I'm gonna debut it.
Double album. So right. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about mixed feelings, man, and bad parenting. Bad parent. We go in on bad parenting and then roll into the mixed feelings.
And we just roll till them wheels fall off. Yo, but
shout out to Capone. Shout out to Capone for Capone and Noriega.
Yeah. Shout out to my leg Pone. Yo, bad parenting though, man. Funny, my man Pone is a great parent, man, I feel like. But I don't want to get in niggas personal, nothing like that. I'm just saying, shout out to my niggas out there. Shout out to my brothers with daughters. I feel it. What you say?
Yeah, this for my brothers with daughters. I call this.
Yeah. I ain't got no kids.
Yeah, nah. I definitely don't have any children, but we have millions of children, but I don't have any biological, like right out of my loins kids.
Good point. So right now, being that we talking about bad parenting, let's teach, brother.
Yeah, all right. Well, I just feel like a lot of people. I just feel like okay, it kind of goes before the kid even gets there. Like, all right. If you about to have a kid, right, like the spouse that you run into is like, it'll always be haters. That's the way it is. Hater bitches marry hater and have hater kids.
Hater kids.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like people are like who they copulate with, who they look get your thesaurus game up. Who they have sex with, right? To have this kid, like I just feel like the person that they're having this kid with is just really like. I feel like it's a lot of the wrong reasons why they're even getting together.
Yeah, so a lot of times it ends up being like distant relative, brother and sister having a seedling.
Yeah, right. The kid come out, and instead of it being close, like the father is the son is the father, mother is the daughter. It's more so like we like kind of like distant cousins. You don't even like connect with the kid. You had the kid because you like the mom's complexion more than anything, and you just wanted a little light-skinned slave or something, and it didn't turn out that way at all. Now you wrapped up with this kid, and you feel all different now, or you got with the dark-skinned chick for whatever, just because you wanted to qualify with the darkness. So you kind of had the kid out of hate more so than love.
Bad energy. A transference of bad energy.
Very bad energy. It gets deep, and now the kid picks up on this from a young age. Like, there's inconsistency in the household here. It's not really like a genuine relationship that was forged out of like two people that just was like, man, we admire each other, and it's a respectful union where we find each other to be profound, and we had a kid or whatever. It's more so like. I kind of got bent now. I
kind of feel like I'm obligated to doing this because this is what I should be doing.
Right.
Like or hey, yeah, she got wavy hair or whatever, and I always wanted something with that. Or hey, the family's rich, and I want to get in on that.
Yeah. Or, I just always wanted a dark-skinned dudes or dudes or some other dudes of color be like, I just wanted a white slave bitch to just have.
I'm tired of the challenge.
I don't want the challenge. I want it to be easy. And it's just hilarious. White chicks will be like, is it easy? Like, compared to a lot of other chicks of color, personal experience, yeah. For my person, I can't speak for all of y'all, but from my personal experience, yeah, it's much.
It,
You got to do way more for the
yeah, and
color.
it's deep. It's deep because I'm not even going to sit up here and exempt myself or nothing like that. I'm not going to speak for nobody else or nothing like that. But I'm going to say, you know, I think with my parents or whatever, it was they was artists and it seemed good. Or, you know, it's deep, man, because you know I'm definitely a light skin, a mixed breed, all of that, whatever you want to call it. You know, and you know, you watch it happen. Don't get me wrong. We Flaherty, but we very fortunate to have the two that you know, it's no mistakes. It's really no mistakes. So you might be sitting there like, man, my dad and my mom is this or that or blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you kind of have to look at your makeup and your biology and everything that you are, and realize that it's no mistakes, and you know you were coming. You know, like you know, you just have to count your blessings and thank it. You know, like
Yeah, just like
you know, we was very fortunate. Like it's crazy. Like you know, it's crazy.
Either
you know?
way, yeah, I feel like either way, you gotta appreciate the door you came through, the doors you came through, the conduits, the parents that you came through. You gotta appreciate them, and you can't blame them for everything. I mean, at some level, you could be like, look, some of this shit's got to stop. The shit that's going on, these cycles that we in, it's got to stop. But at another level, it's kind of like,
gotta break them.
Yeah, exactly. At another level, it's kind of like, all right, you know, they did their job. I did my job, willing myself here. They were the means of getting here. We all here. Now we all in it together. So we might as well break the cycles and move forward together. But I feel like people having kids, they look at it like this kid don't know shit. I've experienced what I experienced. This kid they don't know shit. Just came out of the twat and they don't know nothing. You know what I mean? Like when really the kids be mad intuitive. They be so intuitive.
Exactly. The kid is really the teacher at that point because he's fresh. He's new. You know, he's not what is it?
Not
he's
adulterated.
Yeah. He's you know, he's not as tainted. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now the kid ends up being the teacher. You know, it's deep, man, because I always got. I guess this ain't deep, but at the same time, it does. You know, I always got a problem with like when I see certain parents and the certain things they do with their kids, like, and it won't even be like they beat them or they do something like that. It'll be something like subtle. Like, wow, you got your little 4-year-old right here, you know, singing every rap song, or blah, 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 but you're not grooming them to be that. You're not grooming them to be, like, on the stage or whatever. You just like this, or whatever. So now, you listening to nigga bitch, oh, crack kill, you know what I mean, with your 4-year-old kid, and he don't really, he's so high energy, or she's so high energy, that they taking it in. You feel like, oh, he's a kid. He don't know nothing. That motherfucker knows.
He's a sponge.
More than he even knows he knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a sponge.
So, yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, you gotta be conscious. But here's where we had the argument or whatever. I guess zombies fucking zombies.
Yeah, right. Zombies fucking the zombies, and then they so caught up in distraction that they can't even be there for the kid. They so like everybody's so caught up, like, you know, we're trying to just pay the bills and eat and gunk and put comforts around them instead of like emotionally being there for the kid in other ways that really truly matter. Like, I mean, yeah, you got to feed them too or whatever, but at the same time, food is not just food. You know, people don't be just, you know, they just be feeding. Like I fed the family. That's it. Like that's the thing I feel like. With my pops or whatever, you know, I can't complain at this point, but I feel like it, you know, when you're emotionally absent, it's kind of like the same as being physically absent, kind of like if you just.
So it's all connected, so yeah, it's deep.
Yeah, like, and I feel like, the males have been emotionally absent for generations to the point now where, you know, then they just become physically absent. Like, it just turned into that. So like,
I was going to say, my pops on the other hand, see, this is for the viewers and the listeners. It's my brother right here, but yes, we have different fathers. Look, that shit blew niggas' mind. That shit blew people's minds. They be wanting to know and shit like that. We out there in the Addies. But guess what? We got that same mama. But check this out. My dad was physically absent, but not. He was just in and out, kind of. But he was the man, though. Like, he wasn't. It's not like he was hatefully physically absent. It's not like he was on some shit like, I don't want to take care of my kid. Nothing like that. He was the man. As a matter of fact, my father passed when I was 15 years old, and I didn't know it then, but I know it now. Like, yo, he was totally like there. If I didn't have those 15 years with him, I'd be somewhere in a trash can or a jail cell or dead. Simple as that. I wouldn't even. It's crazy. He was the man to me, but I can't lie. When I was young, I felt like I couldn't measure up to nothing. That was him. I would be young and I would say, man, he's the man. I don't know. I can never get to this level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy, man. But I realize now the things he was telling me, the things he was showing me, was good. Was good. At the same time, we all have our flaws. We all have, a downside, I guess, or whatever. But like I say, if it wasn't for them 15 years that I had with him, I'd be dead or in jail or just in the gutter somewhere for real. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. My mom is amazing. Moms be kind of more amazing. I don't want to put them up on the pedestal. You know what I mean? I want to keep it kind of even, but moms sometimes stay there the whole time. So it's like, they kind of exempt from the shit, because, I mean, like, say our mom was sitting here right now listening to this, she was like, what? That shit don't apply to me. I was there every day, all the time.
I know.
Even the times I wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we gonna kind of exempt mamas, good mamas, because this mama's that's gone. You know what I mean, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just real fortunate. You just gotta count your blessings. And I look back now. Even my brother, we have a sister. Y'all might know her. Shout out to Kate's Blood, man. You know what I mean? We have a sister. We were just very fortunate.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, and but at the same time, it's like the polar opposite for me and my dad is like, I feel like, I was definitely the teacher. Like, I was definitely by age 11, 12, 13, I had surpassed him in experience. I feel like he was never, like, as far as experience and like knowing himself and like being out there and doing certain things, like I couldn't get anything more from him after I had reached like 13 years old. Like, I feel like that was it. Like, it was nothing more he could. And even then, I feel like I was still more high energy. Like, I felt like I was like almost pulling my dad around. Like, the respect for my dad was different than I could feel like the respect from my brother and his dad. Their relationship was different because his dad demanded it. And that rubs off on you, though. Like, if your dad respects himself, it's going to make you respect yourself more. And I just feel like, I'm not mad about it or nothing, but as far as that, like, in my personal experience, my pops just, he never was really the person that exuded that confidence and made you respect, like, demanded it or whatever. He was more so of, humble mumble dude who really was just afraid of his own shadow. So he never could really tell. But at the same time, I can't even act like, I needed that or anything, because I had uncles and stuff, and I had my brother, so I kind of had like, he was like, I had like multiple dads almost. Like, I had a bunch, like, I kind of was like raised by the village almost.
Exactly, and that's kind of how you want to be. See, I wasn't totally like that. Don't get me wrong. I love my pops and shit. I love him to death, man. Rest in peace, Reginald Crawford, man. Good dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there was like tough restraints at times. You know what I mean, and shit like that. But don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like say say to the viewers and the listeners, whoever's listening or whatever, that I didn't like it or nothing like that. I know now, as an older cat, I'm 30 years old. As an older cat, I know, like, damn, everything he was just preparing me, I guess, for when he left or whatever. You know, I don't know, but back then I might have thought, oh, he's being hard on me, man. He don't even like me. You know what I mean?
Giving you that tough love.
But I really knew at the same time, yeah, he loved me and he liked me. Don't get me wrong, because I mean, there'd be times where it was just amazing. But then when I look back at it, the times he was really mad at me or whatever, I was fucking up. I really was, and I wanted to blame it on something else. That it's this or that. It was really fucking me fucking up. You know what I mean? And what else is your father or mother going to do when they see you fucking up and they know you're capable of something, of so much more, and here you are fucking up, self-hating, going through it, doing all kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, it's just that simple, like, you know what I mean? But as far as your pops go, now I got a totally different respect for him because I'm older. I might have been, I was rebelling at the time. I'd be rebelling. You know, that's what I want to say too to kids out there, man. If any kids is listening, I'm sure it's probably not as many kids listening as we would like or whatever. But don't worry about it so much as maybe I did or other people that come before you did. As far as like, I used to get mad. I'm gonna be honest with you, I get mad that my pops wouldn't be right there or whatever. And here's this other cat who's here or whatever, and I wouldn't be mad at him, aka my younger brother's dad or whatever. I wouldn't be mad at him. I mean, more so take it out on my dad or whatever. But I realized it wasn't even. I should have just took it all in. I should have just took it all in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let the village raise. Like, you know what I mean? The village was trying to raise me, and here I was being spoiled and selfish. You know, it's crazy, man. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy, and I don't know how we got onto this from bad parenting or whatever, but we just keeping it real. 512.
Yeah, 512 radio. Now, like, I mean, it's crazy. Now, this is all part of it, though. This is how, like, we got to bring in the personal experience, and I just feel like, the whole. This is how the cycle is created, where bad parents are created from your parents and how they are, and then it's just a whole circle. Like, if your dad is a drunk and beats the shit out of you and your mom, you're exposed to something crazy. It could deter you and totally shift you, or it could just make you go right down that same path, and you'd be like, look what I become, everything I condemned. So, like,
yeah,
I feel like, it's crazy.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and
that's how I be feeling kind of right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. But anyway.
Yeah, I just feel like it's crazy. It's crazy how, like, once you come into your own or whatever, and you realize everything that was going on, and you realize that people are just people, and that your mom is a person, your dad's a person that went through a lot of the same feelings that you went through, maybe in different ways or whatever, different circumstances, different times, but it was a lot of the same emotions running through them. So it's like, it's hard to really get mad at them or whatever. Like, like, I don't know. For a minute there, I love our mom and everything, but I got to a point where I was resenting, my mom. Like, why'd you even get with this dude, yo? Like, really, like, cause just from seeing my brother and his dad and my uncles and my dad being totally opposite of that, I was just like, why would you, resent my mom because of him now? And like, and then, I kind of realized it, after, what all happened with her. She had got shot and everything, and she was looking for security. She got her energy got low, and she ended up, getting with somebody on a lower energy level, and, that's how it all happened or whatever. So, like, it's not, I can't be mad or anything really about it. It is what it is. It's just, I kind of just had to have empathy at that point, and then, learn from what happened, and, and not try to take it out on my kids. Like, people just be taking shit out on their kids. Like, it's crazy. I just feel like, people, like a lot of mixed people, I feel like are gone, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Make us look bad. But you know what's crazy though? I know what you mean though, cause I used to I don't know, man. When I think about when I would resent, anybody, what I know now is what I was just resenting myself.
Yeah.
It never was, you know what I mean? Like, that's to all the viewers, all the listeners. We not exempt, yo. We not exempt. We keep it too fucking real. That's why we entertainers. So, what I'm saying is when I was young or whatever, I might find myself being mad and putting the blame on somebody or whatever. But now that I'm older, I'm like, wow, I was really just mad at myself because I knew even at a young age it was up to me to change it or do whatever, you know what I mean? And then you get your energy might continue smoking weed I started smoking weed when I was 13 years old, and then kept going. Look, viewers, listeners, smoking any type of deterrent of your energy will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
Like standing in a burning building is always bad.
Yeah. So I was in any type of energy deterrent is bad. You know what I mean? And you're gonna deal with the ups and downs more and more. I realize now. See, I've quit smoking weed for now, I don't know, 4 months, something like that, or whatever. It's only been one other time that I quit smoking weed in my whole smoking career. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep in mind, I used to smoke cigarettes, weed, Black and Mild. I'm back full circle to Black and Mild. I've been smoking Black and Mild. This is crazy. It makes me feel crazy because I know I should be doing something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the point is.
But did your parents ever smoke or do the things that you do now? Like if they drank and shit like that?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. You know what I'm saying? I grew up around it for life. You know what I mean? For life. Not even just my mom and dad. It would be relatives and friends. You know what I mean? It's not even. You know what I mean? It's a vicious cycle. And I started real young, and it became my escape route. It became my little girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Mary Jane became my best bitch. You know what I mean? So, like I say, I quit one other time in my smoking career, and that was for maybe close to a year, 8 months, something like that. But it was only because I had to. They was threatening to put me in jail. I had caught some charges for other things I won't go into. And then, it was threatening to put me in jail and all that. So I said, I'm going to go to jail for smoke till I can't stop smoking weed. So I stopped that or whatever for a little bit. But then, when I was off the papers and all that, I got right back to Mary, and I don't know, I'm just saying, when you change your energy, it's just going to lead to you self-loathing a little bit. You're gonna be up and down because you might not be smoking or drinking or doing drugs or whatever while you're sleeping.
Yeah,
but
if you can't control your breath has so much to do with controlling your temperament. Like if you're not breathing, it's so much harder to be emotionally stable. And if you're smoking, you're not really breathing. I didn't just breathe for a half hour. I just smoked for 20 minutes. I wasn't breathing really.
Exactly. I was breathing very minimal.
Yeah, very shallow breaths.
Exactly. So, and then you do this for 15 years or some crazy shit. It is really vicious. You know what I mean? I came to the conclusion, damn, I'm not just addicted to smoking weed. I'm addicted to smoking. The act of smoking.
The whole thing.
So we want, we want the viewers and you listeners to know. I'm not exempt. We're not exempt or whatever. Why do you think we talk the way we talk? Because we've been through it.
And we're so comfortable with ourselves, man. And if you quit anything, your appetite's probably going to triple.
I'm drinking Hennessy right now.
Oh. Anyway.
I'm drinking Henny right now. The viewers and listeners probably can tell. They go in there. They get real deep with this. Whoa. Drinking yak right now. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. I don't drink yak all the time. I drink it, don't get me wrong, but I don't drink yak all the time. See, I quit the weed. your energy be up. You need something to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I was delivered in like I heard a black man's yes is a mixed maybe. We was delivered in this world of cognac, baby. But anyway, right? That's that common, but
exactly.
but different.
You know what I mean? And exactly. So
Swimming
man,
in it.
shout out to Common, man. Shout out to Common, man. He's dope.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but like it's yeah, like when you are in the womb swimming in cognac and weed, it's a little difference. You know, you kind of come out a little fucked up already. A little, it's no excuse or whatever to continue on, but it's just like an extra little speed bump that you got to just get over.
But see, this is the thing I want to say. This is why we're fortunate. I'm going to be honest with you. And now I got to kind of exempt myself from the scabs or whatever. This is why we're fortunate. You know, our parents, my parents, your parents, you know, we, like I say, we share the same mother or whatever. We got different fathers. They quit the whatever they was doing when they was pregnant with us. Like, you know what I mean? Even with our sister. They quit whatever they was doing for that. Don't get me wrong, the damage be done, but it's still not as much as like, oh, yeah, I drank through my whole pregnancy. I smoked through my whole pregnancy. Nah, our mom would quit.
Nah, I mean, I know she wasn't drinking and smoking through the whole joint, but I mean, anybody that's like heavy smoker or drinker, that they probably did have their times in those in that 9 months.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not saying there's no effect from it or whatever, but I don't know, man. I feel like when people are in a little better shape and shit like that, it's a different regeneration process. You know, like, okay, for instance, I stop smoking right now, I'll come back quicker than some other cat.
Definitely.
But I gotta quit right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, because you know the rest of you has been preserved a little better than somebody else.
You see what I'm saying? It's not like I'm talking too heavy and, you know, smart, popping mollies.
Yeah, you've been playing basketball.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be some kind of active, and it helps. I'm not saying it changes everything. It just helps. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little insight on Flair and T Butter, though. Fucked y'all up, didn't we? We fucked y'all up with that, didn't we?
Right. Yeah. Like, it's wild. Yeah, like what it comes down to, being self-hate. Like, you know, people hate like all right, like if I tell a lie, I know what it's like to tell a lie. So if I see somebody